Libra, welcome to your weekend tarot cast reading of March the 7th through the 8th. I do apologize for not being here last weekend, but I could not mentally be here. My head was bopping with migraines all last week and with the weekend, even with me trying to sleep it off and put ice in my head. They just kept coming back, so I could not literally do any readings. With that being said, please remember to give out good vibes this weekend. Don't frown and let the world see you smile. Please check your sun, moon, and rising and Venus sign. If this video does not resonate with you today, I will be using the Moonology Oracle deck for your overall vibe, the Psychic Tarot for your focus, and the Work Your Light Oracle deck for your soul messages. So let's get started with you today and see what your overall vibe is, Libra. Spirit, please let us know. What is the overall vibe for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising and Venus signs? Libra, Libra, Libra. Let's see, this one was a jumper. Don't let your past hold you back. Holy cow, Libra. You literally had this same message not last weekend, but the weekend before that. And I remember it being like the North Node and the South Node. Wow. Don't let your past hold you back. I feel like you keep lingering this energy around you, Libra. You really need to let go of those relationships that keep trying to come back to you. Those exes that don't want to let you go, Libra. That energy of trauma or discomfort of some sort that keeps lingering in your past life. OMG, Libra. And I feel like you know exactly what this has to say. But let's go in depth and get a little refresher of what this message is trying to tell you, because it's lingering around your vibe, Libra. Don't let the past hold you back. And this is the South Node. Holy macaroni. Let's see. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone you even needs to be released, that there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. So that means don't stay where you are. Stop compromising with yourself and let go of this past energy that is trying to linger in your life. Let's see what your focus is, Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. What is your focus? Master. That is literally the magician in traditional tarot. So you need to focus on manifesting the desires of your heart, Libra. you focusing on mastering the desires of your heart will leave this energy in the past, because I feel like you want to have better things, but your mind is so comfortable with what it has in front of it that it's not allowing you to get rid of this energy. But you need to focusing on mastering what the desires of your heart are, so you can get rid of this energy that's lingering around you, because it's lingering about you for 2 weeks now, Libra. So let's see what your soul messages are. Libra, 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 Spirit. Whoa. Look at that. You have 2 messages right off the back. Priestesses. Priestesses and unbound. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Unbound. And this one has an affirmation with it. You need to unbind yourself from these contracts. These soul contracts that you've made in the past, because they're not letting you manifest the desires of your heart. And I feel like a lot of you are priestesses. How are you being called to step up and lead? Look at that. You are literally a high priestess. And this is what you need to do. Released past lives. How can this even be more synchronistic with your reading of your spirit? Is like, look, you need to let go of this. You need to unbind yourself. Focus on mastering the desires of your heart, Libra, because things have been lingering around you for the past 2 weeks, and it needs to happen. Like, there's a change that needs to happen for you, because Spirit wants to take you on a different phase of your life, and they can't do that because you keep being attached to this past situation. I don't know what it is, because it's different for every single person, but I know it's here because it hasn't gone away. This card came out again for you. And this is talking to you about unbinding yourself from things that are literally lingering around you. And the only way that you can do this is by focusing on mastering the desires of your heart, being that magician that you are, and using law of attraction, calling things into fruition that have yet come, but that will keep you from wanting to be in this situation that you're in. Let's see what Priestesses has more in depth to say in Unbound. Priestess. So it says the priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that they're actually all in this thing called life together. The difference between a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go first, and stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture forward. Don't fret too much about trying to work out who is your tribe. Don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, or occupation. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. If you feel called to lead, chances are it is because at some point in your life, you longed for someone to lead you. Your tribe are longing for exactly the same thing as you were and are. It might only be one step behind you. Hell, they might even be right alongside you. You don't need anyone's permission, just the courage to stand up. Embrace your struggles, the peaks, the throws. You don't need to know the way. Just believe that there might be a different one. Your tribe is waiting for you. Step forward so they can find you. So you need to step up and lead. Literally. And unbinding yourself will help you lead your life into a different phase. Let's see what Unbound has more in depth to say to you. Unbound. It's time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. They're coming up to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at patterns in your life that you are ready to release. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiry date. It could be a vow of silence or a chastity or poverty. It's time to unwind from them. This is a life in which you free yourself from trauma of lives past. What old ways of being have an expiry date? When you name them, you claim them, and they stop holding power over you. When acknowledging these old patterns, it's also important to acknowledge how they have served you until now. For example, they have served you up until now. Why am I reading that again? For example, a soul pattern of playing small caused by soul fear of being seen or sharing your voice would have served you by keeping you safe. In order to grow, you now need to soften by receiving, calling, and support. It's time to unbind from the old ways of being that are no longer sustainable. And imagine holding this card near your heart and repeat after me. I release all old soul stories, vows, contracts, and patterns that are no longer aligned with who I came here to be in the present time. I carry the lessons, growth, and gifts, but I no longer choose to live the same story. May I be unbound, forever I'm bound. Wow, that is so beautiful, Libra. This concludes your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. I can't even speak anymore. Please remember to like and subscribe. Ciao, Good Vibes Tribe.